Hello everyone, this is Kim Quady with KimPlaysWithPaper.com. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mesa, Arizona, and I get some videos going to show you what I've been working on in my craft room. And I've been kind of working with one of Stampin' Up's new online exclusives and some designer series paper. I was poking around Pinterest, who doesn't do that, and I saw a really super easy design that would help me showcase the designer series paper and use this fun new stamp set called Sweetly Scripted. That is an online exclusive. Look for it online. Right now, it's been quite popular, so Stampin' Up! Is in the process of creating some more, so it'll be available soon. But let me pop you down to my workspace and I'll show you the cards I've created, the different papers I've used, and we'll make one together. And you know you can actually use a variety of different stamp sets for this. So think about what you have in your stash that you might be able to use, or grab Sweetly Scripted when it's available. So just let's pop down to the workspace here and we'll get started. It's the Sweetly Scripted stamp set. I love the really long sentiments on here, but what I like most is the variety of the saying. So we have the happy anniversary, a congratulations, happy birthday, a thank you, speedy recovery, and save the date. So a lot of different occasions that this one stamp set can be used for. Now what I'm calling this is a split triangle card. So here is a birthday card. It uses the Stampin' Up's Flowering Zinnias 12 by 12 designer series paper, also an online exclusive, also very popular. With a petal pink background and berry burst for the sentiment. Petal pink background. All right, the next one is I've used the thank you sentiment, a million thanks. This uses the Perennial Lavender designer series paper, and the base here would be the Highland Heather. Then I have Gorgeous Grape and Gorgeous Grape, some purple gems, and I've used the Gorgeous Grape to complete the sentiment as well. Another birthday card, we have a nephew who plays the guitar, so I thought this would be the perfect card for him. So it's the Rock and Roll designer series paper, just a red and white and black combination. I have an anniversary card. This uses the Nature's Sweetness designer series paper, and I did heat emboss that in gold and used some gold foil underneath that, and also used some of the festive pearls. Sadly, these will be retiring, but I had some gold left. So that's a really pretty anniversary card. And then I created a congratulations card. I use a lot of those, especially for my team. And that uses the Poetic Expressions designer series paper. You have the bubble bath background along with the Moody Mauve underneath and a Moody Mauve sentiment. So I have one card I would like to create today, and we're going to be using the Speedy Recovery. I don't have a sample. We're just going to make it so I can show you step by step how this card was created. So I have an uncle who has had surgery and he fishes. I know these maybe aren't the kind of fish you'd find in Minnesota, but we'll probably use them. So this, I'm just kind of going through my paper, figuring out which designs would work best and what he might like. So there's fishing rods, some more fish, some flies for fishing, but I think I am going to use the fish. So we'll start and I had pre-cut this to the 6x6 for a paper share, but I'm going to cut this to a 4x3. I want the 3 this way, so I've cut that at 3 inches this way, and then 4 inches here. And then in order to get the triangle, because I'm calling it a split triangle card, I am going to arrange my paper so that the tip of the top right corner is in the track and the bottom of the left corner is in the track. I'm just going to hold that firmly and create a triangle. So then we have the triangle just like so. So then one of the coordinating colors in that designer series paper is pecan pie. So I'm going to cut that at 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And I am using Stampin' Up's trimmer for this. Works really well. And I'm going to employ the same technique. I am going to align the tips in the track, try to get them as straight as possible, and hold it firmly and then run it down. So then you have your layer. So you can see how super easy it is. And it does showcase the designer series paper, but man, you can really maximize your paper. You can get so many cards out of one sheet of designer series paper. So it's not actually going to use up your paper. It's just going to allow you to showcase it. Then I have a very vanilla, I'm starting with an 8 1/2 by 11 sheet of very vanilla cardstock. And I'm going to cut that in half at 5 1/2. This is the long way, so I'll just trim it at 5 1/2. Now, one of the things I love most about the Stampin' Up! Trimmer is that you can use the scoring blade right on the same track. So I'm going to score that at 4 1/4. Just run the scoring mechanism down that way. So basically now we are ready to start putting this card together. So I'm going to just fold my cardstock and use my bone folder to get a nice crease. And then I'm going to use my glue. I'm not always the greatest with glue, but the glue gives you an opportunity to set that down, but it's not going to be, you can move it around just a little bit. So I'm going to put glue on this designer series paper. Then very carefully place it on my pecan pie cardstock. The measurements are on my blog at Kim Plays with Paper if you want to check those out. And that has just a little edge around each. So there we have that. You know, I could get the other not fun, but a very helpful tool to have would be my silicone mat. That helps things not stick. So I'll go ahead and put glue on the other side of that. DSP, and I will affix this to the other triangle. Just like so. Got that on pretty well. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to put glue on just yet. Let's just arrange that on our card. That's how it's going to look. So super easy, right? So now I just need to stamp. This is the Sweetly Scripted. I am going to grab the Speedy Recovery. Kind of hard for me to see which ones they are. It's this one here. Pull that out. This will be a perfect card for him, and I'll be able to get it right in the mail. I am going to need my eye block for this, the really big one. What I like to do is line it up on my grid paper on the line and give it just push down there. Now I'm going to get my ink out and make sure, I'm going to practice a couple times on my grid paper to make sure that it's as straight as I can get it. With these stamps like this, I sometimes like to ink from the top. It's just a tap, tap, tap. To make sure I get ink all over, I can move my pad around way easier. I'm going to find a line on my grid paper and stamp and see how I think it turned out really well. So I'm going to be brave and do it again. Again, I am not gluing those down yet, those pieces. I'm going to try to stamp right in the middle. And you know what? If I don't get it just so, it's only paper, and I will try again with another sheet. Especially if this is your first time with this. But look how nicely that sentiment fits into that space there. That's what I love about this card design. I'm just letting that, awesome. That's perfect. That is just what I was looking for. So now I can add my adhesive to the back side of that pecan pie. Some different versions of thought on, is it pecan pie. All right. And it just goes in the corner. You can leave as much space. I'm just eyeing it up the best I can. And again, you can see I have a little wiggle room because it's glue. And I can kind of just move it around just a little bit if I need to. And then I will apply glue to the back of the other triangle piece. What do you think? Which of those cards was your favorite? I've just been loving getting out my designer series paper and making these quick cards because I have a handful of cards that I needed to make. So there we go. That is just a really super easy, fun card. My uncle will love it. And I know I probably don't need jewels, or gems, but you know what? I have some. And then the pecan pie. These are the adhesive back solid gems. So maybe the little ones will be enough just to add there. Just to give it a little bit more interest. So it's not so plain. So there we go. There is Speedy Recovery using Stampin' Up's Sweetly Scripted Stamp Set, an online exclusive. Find it on the online store at stampinup.com, and look for me, Kim Quady, as your demonstrator. Let me quick review the other cards that I created using this fun stamp set. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. There is that congratulations card using the Poetic Expressions Designer Series paper. Again, real simple, quick and easy, showcasing designer series paper. The anniversary card using Nature's Sweetness. I love the gold heat embossing on that, especially for that anniversary card. A birthday using the Rock and Roll designer series paper. A thank you card using Perennial Lavender. And a birthday card using the Flowering Zinnias. So I hope you enjoyed this fun I call it split triangle design. It's not my design. I was inspired by some other things I saw on Pinterest, but I've changed it up using my own papers and certainly the new stamp set. So visit me online at kimplayswithpaper.com or shoot me any questions that you may have. Thanks so much for joining, and I'll see you next time. In between then, happy stamping. Bye-bye.